It is We All Gonna Die Wednesday, March 26th, 2025. And in with some breaking news for everybody. Hope you all are doing well today. Hope you don't mind the horizontal live stream. It's, well, how they're supposed to be done. Vertical stuff gets me a little bit. So we're going to try the old horizontal through the phone here today. See if it even works. So far, we got a whole tree people up in here. Eric M1RV, good to see you, brother. And let's see what I am going to do here. First and foremost is copy and paste it to my people. And of course, shorten the link as always. Bam. And it is in the chat. How about that? This first article that we are going to discuss this morning, Senorita, good to see you. Some breaking news coming out this morning about the Department of Defense leaks, right? Good morning, Little Lone Prepper, Mr. Landfill, good to see you. So, the reporter from the Atlantic decided that just breaking the news that this was leaked wasn't good enough for him. He decided to bring the freaking receipts. Very interesting indeed. He published more of the text about the attacks today. Love and life, good to see you. So this first article is from Fox News, and I have a counter one from CNN as well that I'll drop in the chat. Same topic. The CNN one actually has the screenshots of the signal texts in them. So it's kind of hard to deny stuff like that when they bring the fucking receipts, right? So it says the Atlantic published Wednesday what it described as the attack plans at the center of the signal text chain leak involving senior officials in the Trump administration. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and National Security Advisor Mike Walls have faced calls to resign following revelations that the outlet's editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldblum was inadvertently added to a private group chat earlier this month in which Hegseth, Waltz, Vice President J.D. Vance, and other top administration officials were reportedly discussing impending airstrikes on Yemen's Houthi rebels. Hegseth has said nobody was texting war plans. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, vowed during a Senate Intelligence Committee hearing Tuesday that there was no classified materials in the message. Very interesting. So it goes on to actually, this is the printout of the leaked message. It says, team update, time now 11:44 ET. Weather is favorable. Just confirmed with CENTCOM. We are a go for mission launch. 12:15 ET. F-18s launch first strike package. 13:45. Triggered base. F-18 first strike window starts. Target terrorist is at known location and so should be on time. Capital letters. Also, strike drones launched. MQ-9s. Hegseth apparently wrote in a screenshot of a text message released Wednesday by The Atlantic. Very interesting indeed, folks. It goes on. 14:10, more F-18s launch. Second strike package. 4:15, strike drones on target. This is when the first bombs will definitely drop, pending earlier triggered base targets. 15:36, F-18 second strike starts. Also, first sea-based Tomahawks launched, Hegseth reportedly continued before adding, Godspeed to our warriors. Waltz later allegedly wrote, first target, their top missile guy. We had a positive ID on him walking into his girlfriend's building, and now it's collapsed, according to The Atlantic. Excellent, read messages in response attributed to Vance. This is serious. This is really, really serious. I don't think this it's going to die down anytime soon. I think I think some people are in some really freaking big trouble over this. These leaks are really freaking bad, considering that they knew about this from the moments before it was about to happen up until now, and haven't seen anything. Haven't seen anything. Rob B, good to see you, brother. Eric, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, man. This is treasonous, and it's not good. Heads are going to roll. I would not be surprised to see individuals arrested. For sure, for sure. People are going to end up in handcuffs over this. And the CNN article basically just states exactly the same, and I will copy and paste that to you guys as well. And of course, when I'm done with this live stream, I will come back and drop all of these in the comments section so that you can come back and click on them and read them for yourselves, and we can fight it out in the comment section, bro. I'm not doing it here, but we'll do it in the comments section. Crazy stuff, man. National security issues, to say the least. What are you going to do? Moon Sprouts, good morning to you, sister. Good to see you. Loretta, good morning. Hope all is well. I'm not sure if it works on this. Maybe double tap your screen if it likes it. I don't know. Maybe you got to hit some other buttons. I don't know. All depends on how you watching. If you double tap it and it works, let me know. I don't know. Grit and Grace, good morning. Good to see you, sister. Hope all is well. Yankee Watchdog in the house. Do the text and mission completions match? Asked Milo. Yeah, to a fucking T. To a T. It just goes to show, guys, it's something that I say here often, that no comms are secure comms. So, super important to know that the enemy could be listening to exactly what you're saying. File that in the back of your noggin. For real, for real. The other breaking news of the day is apparently President Donald Trump yesterday signed executive action overhauling our elections. It's true. It's true. This includes requiring documentary proof of citizenship to register to vote in federal elections and demanding that all ballots be received by Election Day. The order says the U.S. has failed to enforce basic and necessary election protections, and it calls out states to work with federal agencies to share voter lists and prosecute election crimes. It threatens to pull federal funding from states where election officials don't comply. The move, which is likely to face swift challenges because states have broad authority to set their own election rules, is consistent with Trump's long history of railing against election processes. He often claims elections are being rigged, even before the election results are known, and has waged battles against certain voting methods since he lost the 2020 election to Democrat Joe Biden and falsely blamed it on widespread fraud, the article states. Trump has focused particularly on mail-in voting, arguing without evidence that it's insecure and invites fraud, even as he has shifted his position on the issue given its popularity with voters, including Republicans. While fraud occurs, it's rare, limited in scope, and gets prosecuted, the article goes on to state. This one is from the Associated Press, and of course, copy and paste it to the people in the chat. Y'all got to be able to read along. And we'll shorten it for YouTube's sake. Boom, 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 bam. Enjoy that article. Michigan Outpost, yeah. Devices are always listening to you. Anything smart that you own. I hate to say Alex Jones was right, but he did say one day that they will be listening to you through your dishwasher. And if you have a smart dishwasher, you can bet your sweet bippy there's microphones in that thing, and that sucker be listening to you. Mr. Landfill, no, you do not have to be able to read on here. That's why I like to read, at least a small portion of these articles out loud for everybody. And then I'll share them to the chat so that you guys can dig into them yourselves if you like to read articles. If not, some of these articles you can click on and watch a video breakdown of the whole entire thing. That's not by me, but by the news company itself. So, yeah. Moonsprout says, hey, Wiretap, find me a recipe for pancakes. Mad Shad. Skull, my brother. Hopefully I'll be doing that soon too, Mad Shad. I'm always listening, but hoping to be working again real soon here. XNYCOG, good to see you, my brother. Rob B, yeah, I think I think Alex Jones was right. I think he just had a really crummy way of going about things. And man, if you jump into those rabbit holes feet first like he did, you're going to end up like him. You're going to end up fucking crazy, right? And nobody's going to believe a thing you say, even though it's right. Let's see. The damn fridge. The wife picked out links to the Phoenix so she can see what to get from the grocery store. Everything is listening and watching. Shit's crazy. You're right, Michigan Outpost. Senorita says, no smart dishwashers or refrigerators for me. No Alexa either. I don't blame you, sister. I don't blame you. Those things are, it's bad enough you carry one around your pocket every day. It's always listening to you. You'll see. You'll see real soon. I got to do a product review here from a company that sent me something pretty awesome. And when I get through with the product review, you're going to see it. I promise you. I promise you. That's just the way the algorithms work anymore, guys. They're all over you. If they hear something in a conversation, they're going to promote it to you, especially if you're talking about buying something, right? That's a big one. That's a big one. Rob says more snow. We might get some wintry mix this weekend. We can check into the weather for you, Rob B. Let's go to the old weather. I like to use Weather Underground if I'm searching online. One of my favorites. Let's see. We get the full forecast here. Let's go 10-day here in the Hudson Valley. 48 for a high today with showers. Possible scattered thunderstorms today. 51 for a high tomorrow and sunny. 60 on Friday and sunny. Well, partly cloudy. Saturday, 75 degrees. Mostly cloudy. Slight chance of rain. Slight chance of rain. Sunday, 53. Showers. Monday, thunderstorms, 68 degrees. 51 on Tuesday, 48 on Wednesday, 59, 61. Tuesday is the opening day of trout fishing season here in the People's Republic of New Yorkistan. And you can bet your sweet Pippi, you boys are going to be on the stream bank doing my thing. And I'll post that video over on hunting the Hudson Valley. Brendan says down here in Beaumont, Texas, see all the military equipment we sent to Ukraine and Germany, Greece, Middle East. They're getting ready for something, brother. Brandon, 100%, my dude, 100%. I put out a lot of videos recently about the rest of the world preparing for this stuff and how little our government is actually telling us about what's going on over there. When you see the French mobilizing the way they do and putting together survival manuals for their people, that's a sign, man. That's a sign. Did a video about that a couple of days ago, and we dove into how many more countries are doing the same thing. Some of those countries over there, like Poland, they're conscripting every male in the country, right? Love and Life, the book is set to come out if it's approved by their defense people, right? But yeah, that's the goal. France wants to put out a guide for how to survive calamity over there. Any issues or anything like that. It's not really looking freaking good, guys. France, Sweden, Finland, Germany, Poland, all of these nations are really getting their stuff together. Some of them are building bunkers for their people, some quietly, some not so quietly. And I'm not talking just regular bunkers. These are nuclear war survival bunkers that these nations are building for their citizens, not so much for the military. Military already has all that stuff. So the acceleration, foot's on the gas pedal for sure. Eric says it's like a tornado warning, alert you after it's happening. Yeah, unfortunately here in America, what we get are after action reports. We don't get the boots on the ground reporting kind of thing. Demo man, Don, good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. So the very last article that I wanted to get in here today is about the most stressful places to live in the U.S. Now, I'm going to say that you're going to give your comments here in the comment section in the live chat, and you're going to say my state is the most stressful. But this article is by wallethub.com. I'm going to copy and paste this to my homies in the chat. Here we go. Booyah. This article goes on to list all of the states and their stress levels in each, right? So something that we don't think about too often is how stressed everybody else is in your neck of the woods. This poor puppy dog, man, I swear, she needs a hug. Moonsprout says California. Yeah. David says my state is the calmest. New York for the win. Right on, Happy Mac. So, you know, do you think New York is the most stressed, right? I don't know. I don't know. But the article goes on. They did some calculations here, man, and they ranked it a couple different ways. So pending what you view as stress. So when you get into this article, you can scroll around. There's a map with everything. David says Kentucky. It's very interesting because it's not where I thought it would be, in all honesty. Oh, you sweet puppy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We will play right after I'm done. I swear we will. Red Cardinal, good to see you. Hope all is well in Vermont. You gonna come crash the show? Oh, you sweet baby. Poor little thing. So the article says there are many different sources of stress, from inflation to work deadlines to relationship tensions. On top of those stressors, 70% of adults are stressed out by the future of the nation. Overall stress levels are not uniform across the country, though certain states worry more than others about specific issues. Wallet Hub compared 50 states across 40 key indicators of stress to help people determine where to live in order to achieve a more relaxing life. Our data set ranges from average hours worked per week to the personal bankruptcy rate to the share of adults getting adequate sleep. So this is pretty in depth, right? And the main findings, this breaks it down into work-related stress, money-related stress, family-related stress, and health and safety-related stresses, right? So I'm going to go from the least stressed down to the most. So we're going to go through all 50 states, and the least stressed state in the United States of America is Nebraska via this chart. Number 49 is Minnesota with the second least stressed state, and then 48, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Iowa, Massachusetts at 45, followed by Wisconsin, North Dakota, Connecticut, Hawaii, and Utah at number 40. New Jersey ranks in at 39, Missouri 38, Wyoming 37, Maryland 36, Idaho number 35, Arkansas number 34, Pennsylvania in at 33, Virginia at 32. Speaking of the Virginia bushcrafter, good to see you, brother. Illinois at 31, and Vermont coming in at 30. See you, Red Cardinal. Rhode Island at 29, Ohio 28. See you, Ohio. South Carolina 27, Delaware 26, Indiana number 25, Michigan comes in at number 24. Michigan Outpost, I see you. We're right next door to you here. New York coming in at number 23. JS Genesis says, where is Canada on that list? Thank you, XMYC. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. If you're hanging out, if you're having a good time, appreciate it. I think you might even be able to double tap your screen if you're on your iPhone or Android. So New York, number 23, Maine, number 22, Montana is number 21, followed by Colorado, North Carolina, number 19, Kentucky, number 18, California, number 17. I thought they would have been much higher on the list, in all honesty. Washington State at number 16. Wow. Oklahoma at 15, Texas at 14, Georgia at 13, Arizona at number 12, Alaska at number 11, Oregon comes in at number 10. Michigan Outpost, agreed, my friend. I did not think that we would be right next to each other on the chart, in all honesty. So your top 10, we're going down to the, what do we call it? The least stressful state, right? The least stressful state in the nation. 18, I'm not believing that. Yeah, Kentucky, 18. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. This is the most stressful state in the nation, would be number 1, right? Eric says, I had more stress in CT than I have in NC. Right on, brother. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So Oregon, number 10. Number 9 is Florida. Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi at number 5. West Virginia at number 4. Louisiana coming in at number 3. KP Heathen, we see you. Nevada at number 2. And your number 1 most stressful state in the United States of America is New Mexico, believe it or not. And this is all broken down in a map, right? So it goes on with a couple other breakdowns, right? Who is number 1 in the average hours worked per week? What do you think is the hardest working state in the nation? What do you think is the least hardest working state in the nation? You guys got to let me know in the comments before I do this one. And there's a couple others in here too. Tuck by V, good to see you, brother. Mark, I agree with you. New York is stressful AF, my brother. Stressful AF. So average hours worked. What do you think? Love and Life says the least is DC. You think most worked is New York, is Stan? Could be XMYC. So number 5 for the average hours, the 5th hardest working state in the union is North Dakota. North Dakota, we see you, Magic Prepper. You up there working your ass off. Followed by Mississippi at number, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, North Dakota was 6. Mississippi is number 5 for the hardest working states in America, followed by Wyoming, Louisiana, Texas at number 2. Texas, the 2nd hardest working state in America, and the most average hours worked per week is in Alaska. Alaskans work their ass off. So, fewest hours worked per week. Some random dude, what's good, my brother? Fewest hours worked per week. Number 6th is New York with fewest hours worked. Then Massachusetts, followed by Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, and the least average hours worked per week is Utah. Rum Runner, I'm sorry. She's a snorador. A snorador. What state do you think gets the best sleep? That's a good one, right? You got to have quality rest if you're going to seize your day, right? So I'll tell you right now, Ohio definitely makes that list, Mad Shad. They are number 6 for the most average hours of sleep, followed by Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, West Virginia, and Hawaii, believe it or not, gets the best sleep. You would think with all the earthquakes and volcanoes and freaking sea creatures coming up out of the ocean that Hawaii would probably sleep a little bit less, but I guess not. I guess not. Hawaii gets the most average hours of sleep per year. You're looking around for your dog. Right on. Carbon Q, good to see you, sister. Hope all is well. So the most, oh, I'm sorry, that is the fewest. So Hawaii gets the least. Geez, what the hell am I talking about? I gotta read. Yeah, so Hawaii gets the fewest. Ohio is tied for 5th for the fewest. The most hours slept comes from Vermont. Vermont, Minnesota, Colorado, Nebraska, and Oregon. Those guys get great sleep. Fewest hours of sleep: Hawaii, West Virginia, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Ohio. The next one, right? They break this down on so many different things. So many different things. This one is the percentage of adults in fair/poor health. The highest amount of adults in fair/poor health is Arkansas, followed by West Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, and New Mexico. So the lowest number of adults in poor health is Vermont, followed by Connecticut, New Hampshire, Utah, Massachusetts, and North Dakota. So Vermont is your healthiest state. And it says best versus worst state is actually 2 times the difference, Arkansas versus Vermont. KP Heathen, right on, man. They're freaking terrible. Where'd you get this info? Nobody asked me. I'll tell you right now, Moon Sprouts, and I will put it right here in the chat for you so you can check this out for yourself, my sister. Kablamo. Should be clickable as well. So job security, which states have the lowest job security? That's another key factor to stress, right? So your lowest job security is in Louisiana, followed by Washington State, Iowa, Pennsylvania, and then Delaware. The most stressed state is New Mexico, Michigan Outpost. So job security, Louisiana is the lowest, and the highest job security in the nation is in Idaho, folks, of all places. Idaho, followed by Maine, Mississippi, Texas, and Arkansas. Those are your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 5 places for job security. Oh, wow, this thing really breaks down everything. Let's see. We'll just get into a couple more of these before we cut this stream off here. Let's see. Affordable housing. We'll get into that one. The least affordable place to live in America is Hawaii, followed by California, Florida, New York, and Nevada. Now, the most affordable housing comes from Iowa, followed by Kansas, North Dakota, Nebraska, and South Dakota. Dakota's taking it home in affordable housing. So then we go on to percentage of the population living in poverty. The highest percentage of the population living in poverty goes to Mississippi. Some random dude. Thank you so much, my brother. Mississippi, followed by Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Wow. Wow. The lowest percentage of population living in poverty. Number 1, New Hampshire. And the difference between Mississippi and New Hampshire is 3 times the difference. There's 3 times the percentage of the population living in poverty in Mississippi than there is in New Hampshire. Very interesting. I think these are great stats for folks out there. So New Hampshire is number 1, Utah, Minnesota, Maryland, and Colorado. Divorce rate. The highest divorce rate in the nation belongs to, you guessed it, the most stressed state in the nation, New Mexico, followed by Nevada. Well, that's because you got drive-through weddings, right? Nevada, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida. That's the highest divorce rate. Lowest belongs to Utah, New Jersey, North Dakota, Hawaii, and Minnesota. The best and the worst, there is more than double the difference in divorce rate between New Mexico and Utah. Crime rate per capita, who do you think it is? Number one, most crime-ridden state per capita in the nation. Any guesses? Let me get some more coffee. I'm going to talk myself right out of my voice here today. We got New York, Chicago. Well, yeah, Chicago. You would think, right? You would totally think. Michigan Outpost says Alabama. Another vote for New York. Another vote for New York. All right, so the highest crime rate per capita in the entire United States of America belongs to, you guessed it, most stressed state in the nation, New Mexico. Followed by Louisiana. Tennessee at number 3. Not see that one coming. Colorado and Arkansas. The least crime rate per capita, New Hampshire, followed by Maine, Idaho, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. Interesting. This goes on to psychologists per capita. Who has the fewest psychologists per capita? That would be Mississippi, and then Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. So hard to find mental health help in those 5 states. And the best versus the worst in this category was 6 times. There are 6 times the amount of psychologists in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is number 1 for psychologists per capita. New York is number 2. Illinois, number 3, Utah, and California. Interesting. Yeah, and then this breaks down. It gets more in depth. There's methodology. They give you everything, how they scored the points for each state and how they rank them. Fantastic breakdown. It's nice to see data put to use like this. You can literally look at a map and say, hey, that's where I want to be. I want to be in a least stressful state. I want to go someplace where there's a good opportunity to keep my job. I want to go someplace where there's low crime. This is a fantastic thing for anybody who's looking to relocate. And again, this article is from wallethub.com. And I think it's super cool, man. Super cool. Tuck by V says, mental health help. I don't have any problems. $20 million couldn't fix. I am so feeling you there, bro. So feeling you there. And if I couldn't fix it, at least I could afford for the right doctors to get it done for me. Hey, I'm rocking the Maine coffee cup here this morning. Digging it. So, living in New York, Stan, I've had a lot of friends that have left the state. They, not big fans of the way things were going here. So they voted with their feet, and they packed up their bat and ball and moved to some place that they felt was better for them. A lot of folks going to New Hampshire, a lot of folks going to Texas, Florida, the Carolinas. Eric, I see you. And doing much better for themselves, after they've left here. And it's great to see. I have friends that have left here and went to Washington State, doing fantastic. It's awesome. It's awesome. And, you lose the connection with them on a regular basis. But what you gain from friends like that moving outward is a long-range place to go should the need ever arise, right? We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, guys. So, and it isn't we all gonna die Wednesday. Unfortunately. Michigan Outpost says it's just on a different level. A $20 million problem sucks way worse than a $30 problem. Yeah, you're not wrong with that. JKR, born and raised upstate New York, beautiful, miss it at times. Well, I hope you're happy right where you're at, brother. True that, XMYC. Once a New Yorker, always a New Yorker. You ain't never going to find good pizza again. You got to come home. True story. True story. But I want to thank everybody for joining me this morning. I really appreciate you being here on this We All Gonna Die Wednesday early edition. Try to get that breaking news out to you, and I'm sure there will be a whole lot more dumped on us in the coming hours of the day today. Smash that like button if you're hanging out, if you're having a good time. You might even be able to double tap your screen and let that happen for you. And again, once I'm done with this and it finally uploads to YouTube after I'm done streaming, I will go back into the comment section and drop all of these articles in there for you. Right now, it only gives me the option for the live chat. There isn't even a comment section yet. So once it's over, we can hack it out in the comment section. I'll bring my comment section boxing gloves and we can slug it out in there. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for watching Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and I will see you live tonight, 7:30 p.m. for the big ol' We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Stay safe, folks. Out of here.